really fast Nexus as a third after the fast expand. I mean, there's just a lot of different options on this map. So I don't know. Let's see if Kiwikaki can hold here.
All right. Well, guys, it's time to go into that next game.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned. Here we are. Take it away, Pain User.
It's all you, man. I did like the last three.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's all
I'll
you,
take
buddy.
some glory. And at the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have Reigns Kiwikaki. He will be the yellow Protoss on Terminus. And hey, just a little bit of ways away from him, it looks like we're going to have a bit of a closer spawn here. We've got Liquid Sheth. He's going to be the purple Zerg. And, you know, I feel like this is going to actually hinder Kiwikaki a little bit because he's going to be expanding towards our Zerg. Sheth's going to have the freedom to expand away from the Protoss. That could be pretty troublesome for Kiwikaki, I think, who's already down in the series.
Yeah, I mean, Sheth is certainly going to have a lot of free expansions along the outer rim of the map, that's for sure. Now, is this the version with the rocks or without the rocks?
That's a great point to make. There are no rocks leading into the third.
All right, so this is the version with the pretty much secure and safe third.
Absolutely.
Now, Kiwikaki looks like he's going to go for a wall, an extended wall out there in front. He's going to get scouted right away by Sheth.
Yeah, that is going to be seen just in a couple of seconds. Pretty fast Overlord right there, if you ask me. The fastest one of its kind, and it's going to get the first scout ever. And Liquid Sheth going to go ahead and choose not to throw the pool down yet. He is saving up 200 minerals. There it is.
Yeah,
he'll
he'll go
a couple of
14
seconds.
pool, I think.
Yeah, no, yes, okay, a little bit later, but he gets the pool down.
Okay. So he just got an extra drone in there, and I like that on this map. It's a bigger map. You can probably slide that extra drone in.
Actually, he made the 14 pool at 250 minerals, so it was just a little later.
So he just screwed up his build a little bit.
Just a bit. I think he was just probably paying attention to scouting Overlord, and he saw, oh, the pylon's right here. I know where my opponent is.
Now is Kiwi going to go for a Nexus first here, even though the 14 pool is already down? It looks like he might just be doing that. He's saving up for what looks to be 400 here. Probes on the way out, so I think we are going to have a Nexus first here.
Oh,
no, we aren't.
Just spent some money on more probes, and there's the Forge. Okay, so he is going to get the Forge up. I don't think you can get the Nexus up first, given the way they've spawned. It's just too close, even on a big map like this. And it's a little risky, I think, because the Zerglings can make their way in, depending on how many Sheth makes.
Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and drop the Nexus after that Forge. He's got the Pylon at the natural. Probably going to get a cannon at the front here in a second.
Yep. And in just a couple of seconds, we should see that cannon you were mentioning before. The Overlord is over here. I like the Overlord placement by Sheth to see what exactly comes up at the front door, just so you can gauge where Kiwikaki's at and what Kiwikaki's direction is going forward.
Yeah, and it looks like Kiwikaki's just going to go for a full wall off here.
Wow.
Got two pylons up at the front, probably going to grab a gateway there in a second. Finally, the pylon goes down at the natural, and Sheth's going to go ahead and grab the natural expansion there.
Extra
and
pair of Zerglings.
This is the version with rocks at the third, so both players probably going to start working those down.
Oh, the rocks at the third. Okay. I thought you were mentioning the rocks.
No, I was mentioning those earlier.
Oh, okay. So it's just like you can have these rocks right here too. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that means that, I think Sheth will already have enough Zerglings to work this down by around the time he wants to get that third up anyways. We do have a hidden robe up here. It looks like Kiwikaki planning to maybe throw up a pylon or something. This could be interesting. He might even try to proxy something depending on what he wants to do. He has not main-arted probes over to his natural yet either, just everything at the main. In fact, his new rally is being set over to the natural.
Interesting, so maybe he's just not going to main-art at all.
I've been meaning to ask you this, actually. Is it better, do you think, to main-art right away when your natural comes up, or reset both rallies to the new expansion?
I mean, it depends on how saturated you are. If you're at full saturation...
If you're not at full... Let's say you're at 25, 22 to 25.
22 to 25? What's full saturation?
Like 25.
I thought it was 25, 24.
Like, pretty close to fully saturated is what I mean. Would you main art over a couple? Kind of a feel the moment kind of thing. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
I mean, it depends. If you mainard right away, your main is going to mine out slower, and your bases will mine out at a more equal pace. If you don't, you're going to have a small boost of income for a little bit, and you're going to mine out your main a little bit faster. So it's like, there's a little bit of give and take there. I don't know, to be honest.
Well, it does look like we have some Zealots working down the third, as well as Zerglings working around down the third. So, hey, guess what, man? We may actually have a macro game here because Kiwikaki isn't going for a what seems to be the gateway 7-gate plus attack here, because he hasn't researched +1 yet. He's got Zealots working down the rocks rather than moving out to attack. Everything setting up itself nicely for what potentially could be a drawn-out engagement here.
Yeah, it certainly could. Both players gearing up for a macro game. Kiwi already working down those rocks towards the third. Sheth has his third on the way. Getting out some links for map control. But one thing about this game this time around is Sheth not nearly as far ahead on drones as he was in some of the previous games.
Yes.
And I think that's because he got that early gas and the super early layer going. And I'm not really sure what that means out of Sheth. Is he going to go with a Muta style again? Is he going to go for quick roaches with speed? I mean, he has a lot of different options here that he can go with, but I think the super early layer signifies that he's probably going to be going with that Muta style again, and I really like that, especially on this map.
A couple of Zerglings make their way inside the main as well. Full scout will be performed here, and it looks like a probe may actually go down as well, so not bad from Sheth. He gets a little bit of his money worth for losing those Zerglings as well. He may pick off 2 probes. Dang, I don't know what Kiwikaki's doing. He's losing workers right now. He's going to lose 3 probes.
Oh, wow. Kiwikaki just not paying attention to the Zealots right now. Loses a couple workers right there. Sheth just doing a great job staying on top of things, you know, microing those Zerglings to the fullest extent right there and taking out 3 probes. So good job on him.
Yeah, totally. Good job. It looks like right now Sheth does have his lair up. Does he have a Spire on the way? Yes, there is. Good insight right there, Pain User, and it makes a lot of sense given the map. Close air spawn. The third, totally harassable. Plenty of airspace for Mutas to maneuver around to the back of the natural. Mutas just make a lot of sense on this map. And Sheth is going to have about, I would say, 6 or 7 Mutas up once that Spire finishes. And depending if he can get his drones on gas here, you may even have some more.
Yeah. He's going to be on 6 gas pretty soon here. He'll also have the option of taking a 4th base relatively early. The Mutas are going to keep Kiwikaki boxed in, and I think this is a great map for that Muta style of play.
It's
really effective.
There we go. A bit delayed on the gas right there. He could have had a few more Mutas. But it's okay. It looks like the Spire is about to finish, so he has enough gas right now for what seems to be 5 Mutas. And you always kind of reach this little dilemma point. Do you reveal your 5 Mutas right away? In fact, he's spending 100 gas in air weapons and then getting 5 Mutas. So do you reveal your Mutas right away, or do you wait for a bigger ball and then move out? We'll see what Sheth decides to do.
I think he's probably going to wait for a bigger ball. I mean, right now there's no pressure to get in there and do damage for him. And once the Muta ball gets larger, he's obviously looking to wait for a larger Muta ball because he's getting that +1 upgrade before he even started making the Mutas. So he's really going to focus on having a big pack of Mutas with legitimate upgrades.
Absolutely.
And then also he's getting those +1 upgrades for his Zerglings as well. So his Zerglings are going to be pretty well upgraded going into the mid game here.
Yeah, totally. And it looks like Kiwikaki going to throw up quite a few gateways here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5,
8.
6, 7, 8 gates, but this isn't the same as the other build because he's already got the 3rd Nexus, so it's not really the same as like a 7-gate +1 or +2 timing attack. He is getting Blink though, and it looks like Sheth is going to be getting another expansion, quite hidden. Interesting.
Strange indeed.
That's a very nice location for a hatchery.
That's actually his 5th as well.
Yeah.
So Sheth really just going crazy with the macro right
91 drones already at 12 minutes in the game.
That's insane.
That's so fast.
He has so much control right now.
He has so much money right now, man. He is swimming in gold.
Yeah.
He's like so rich. What the heck is going on?
Kiwi's up to 70. I mean,
yeah, Kiwi's
both
not too
players
bad
just
either.
playing a full-out macro game right here. They've cut a lot of units. You know, they're really building up on the economy.
Yeah. It looks like Sheth is going to start to harass with these Mutas. So are there any photon cannons in the back? Yes, there are. Good job by Kiwikaki diagnosing the situation, realizing that photon cannons here are going to provide a layer of defense that the Mutas will have a much harder time penetrating. And the Guardian Shields are helping a lot too, but it looks like the Mutas penetrate through thanks to that +1 weapon, and they just killed off a couple of sentries. I'm not sure how many Mutas died right there. It's a pretty close battle right now, though. Sheth needs to be careful. He doesn't want to lose any of these high, expensive gas Mutas.
Yeah, Sheth needs to be real careful. But, I mean, he has so many extra bases. He's got the 4th and the 5th. He can get both the gases going there. His ability to reinforce with Mutas right now is just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
His income is off the charts.
Uh-oh. It looks like the Ninja Hatchery may be spotted by a Warp Prism Pain user, and this Warp Prism is just waiting outside the range of that hatchery. If Kiwikaki pushes out, which he is, he's establishing the 4th location right now. I think this hatchery could go down very quickly. I don't know if Sheth's going to be able to hold on to that, but it looks like some Mutalisk also coming around the backside once again. There's another Photon Cannon there to help in terms of defense, and it may be enough to drive the Mutas away. Well done right there by Kiwikaki to keep his 3rd alive, and it looks like he's finally using some of those proxy pylons he placed on this map to warp in 6 Zealots, all with +2 weapons. These Zealots can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they certainly can. They might be able to take out both these spine crawlers.
I think so.
But there's a lot of Zerglings on the way and some Mutalisks as well, and they should be able to clean it up, or rather just all Mutalisks. Wow, should be able to clean that up pretty easily, and he'll just drop 2 more spine crawlers. He's going ahead and taking his 6th base as well.
Do you feel like Sheth may be over-droning at this point? 104 drones is a lot to have, and that means he's only going to have 97 capacity for his total army food supply.
Maybe he's going to start trading soon.
Or maybe he'll throw down some spine crawlers.
That's definitely a possibility, too. We've seen him throw down a ton of spine crawlers in the midfield. A lot of Zerg players have really been favoring this style in ZVP lately, and for good reason. It's so effective. And right now, Sheth just has full map control. He's about to dart into the main, try and do some more damage once again with his Mutas here, and it looks like the main is relatively open, at least on the left flank. So he's definitely going to lose some probes here. He's actually going for the cannon.
Yeah, and that's going to clear up the entire main for Mutas to harass. Quite a few probes going down right there. Let's look at the workers kill tab. 19 total this game, and it looks like the total income at 96 over 75. So Kiwikaki can afford to lose a couple of probes. As long as he maintains 70 plus, he should be okay. In fact, he's at 69, just dropping below 70 right there. But the main problem here is the Nexus is in trouble, and it looks like the Zealots have found their way through to that top expansion.
Did he make a proxy pylon up there?
Oh, there's actually a warp in as well. Kiwikaki all over the place right now.
If he can kill both these bases, he's actually not in too bad of a spot.
Yeah, I do too.
Then he'll be on 4 base, Sheth will be on 3. If he can get both bases, that's not a bad situation to be in.
I don't agree with going with crawlers here. That's just giving Sheth time to reinforce. I think he should go for the hatchery right away. Uh-oh. He's going for a base race, it looks like. What is going on right now? Just movement all over the map. Sheth coming to reinforce this location. He will be able to save the hatchery. Kiwikaki now taking advantage of the movement of troops right there. And I think he squandered an opportunity.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. Did he get the hatchery in top middle at least?
He did.
Okay. So I got that going for him.
I definitely feel like he squandered an opportunity to take 1 or 2 or move out with his troops and make something happen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we have Karak on the way right now with 3-3. Those Zerglings are about to be beastly. And looks like the Stalker's blinking underneath the Mutas. A lot of 2 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers, excuse me, plus 3 weapons. And those Mutas can't really stand toe-to-toe with that many Stalkers and that firepower.
No, they definitely can't. And that's the problem with massive Mutalisks against Protoss. I mean, there's no real way to deal with Storm and Archons in a ton of Blink Stalkers. You know, you're never going to win a straight-up engagement, so you just have to continue to trade effectively, do damage where you can, and thus far, Sheth is doing a brilliant job, just picking away at the Protoss base and doing quite a bit of damage. I mean, look at the workers killed. He hasn't lost a single drone, and he's been killing probes all game long. Oh, actually, he did eventually lose that expansion on the top middle.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
I lost all 14.
What I really like about these Mutas from Sheth, though, he is just... oh, God, we have an attack at the front right here. A couple of storms go down to protect the photon cannons and the Nexus mainly. But what I really like about Sheth is he's keeping his Mutalisks mobile right now. And drawing back to what you said, his Mutas aren't that well built for the main battle, but if you keep flying around and harassing, you can keep Kiwikaki from maxing out. You can prevent his drones from fully saturating. And look, Kiwi hasn't been maxed this entire game. Surprisingly, he hasn't hit 200 yet.
Yeah, it's very true. And he's just continuing to harass that expansion with the proxy pylon that hasn't been discovered by Sheth yet. It's that pesky probe that was up in the top middle. Yeah. It's buried there all game, just now, finally. Well, the hatchery's gone down, so it doesn't even matter.
Uh-oh, and it looks like Kiwikaki going to take advantage of the movement of troops this time to go for an attack. Now he has to be cautious. He doesn't want to overextend himself. Also, there are 8 Brood Lords being morphed out right now. I'm not quite sure where they are in the back. Good care by Sheth to morph them all the way in the back. One-time Zergs will morph them in the middle of the map, and then they get picked off.
Yep. Or over some sort of like a third out in the midfield on top of the rim when there's an island right next to you outside your natural, things like that. It's just a really smart idea in general to keep your Brood Lords morphing in a safe location That's not very accessible to your opponent.
Broodlord, 3/3 Cracklings, and Infestors. I'm sorry, but that is going to tear through this army.
I don't know, that's a lot of Stalkers.
The Stalker's going to get eaten alive by Cracklings, I think, if they try to blink under the Broodlords.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I don't think he'll blink under the Broodlords just yet.
Yeah,
he knows it's a lost cause.
Quite a few Infestors right here. A Fungal could go down. Nice Fungals. A feedback to counter the Fungal. And he gets a massive Storm off on the Broodlords. Oh my god! And now he blinks forward into the Broodlords as well. The Cracklings have arrived as well. Muta's coming up too. The Lings getting torn asunder by the Storms. And now the Muta's for cleanup duty. There are so much Storms going down. But it looks like Sheth cleans up that battle. Very well done.
The Broodlings are so strong at 3/3. I mean, they're just absolutely beastly.
Yeah, that was an insane battle. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. Sheth throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki was forced back, but it looks like Kiwi still got a sizable army here. But without Storm, without Templar, those Cracklings will eat you alive, and he's got to run for it right now. Get some Zealots out there, get some Storm, get some Archons, get something. Otherwise, those Stalkers are just their breakfast, Zergling chow.
Wow, he didn't actually warp in anything to deal with the Zerglings. He's just continuing with the mass Stalker production.
Well, he actually made some Zealots.
Oh, he made a few in the back?
Yeah, no, he made them in the front
Stalkers.
right there. Yeah. So a couple of Zealots. Wow, Flyer attacks level 3 right now, the user. It's getting insane right now.
Broodlords with Flyer attacks level 3. Their Broodlings are 3/3, so not only is Broodlord Strike going to do a ton of damage, his Broodlings on the ground are actually pretty effective as well, so it's not a bad situation at all.
Yeah. And it looks like Kiwikaki is moving in here. He's got some Zealots. He's going to try to make an attack happen on the 9 o'clock. It looks like a lot of crawlers coming up from Sheth. Totally anticipating this attack.
Yep, he's going to be able to kill a few of these Zealots, and then, well, I don't know if these Spine Crawlers are even worth it, to be honest. He's going to lose all of them.
Well, it's going to delay the hatchery from going down at the very least. We'll see if Sheth tries to save it. And he's moving in some mutas right now. He might be. It's going to be tough. I think the hatchery will go down. Too many three weapon Zealots here for that hatchery to really handle.
Oh yeah.
Although he's taking his sweet time right now. I'm not sure why Kiwikaki's not attacking the hatchery outright. And now here he goes, and immediately Kiwikaki also moving up to the 12. This is so much movement of troops. People are just moving left and right. And tons of bases have gone down this game already.
Yeah, they're both all over the map right now. Kiwikaki kind of on cleanup duty, just roaming the map right now, trying to kill as much as he can. He's going to head to the top end of the map.
He's the waste disposal unit.
Exactly. The hazmat group.
The hazmat group.
Cleaning up the toxic Zergs.
Yeah, he's going around right now, taking care of business.
Where is Sheth to be found?
Sheth is actually struggling. I don't know if he's struggling is the right word. I think he's just trying to mass up a big 200 army of that, and then he's going to engage. I don't know if he cares necessarily about losing these hatcheries, but I think he's going to give it up.
I would agree with that. I think he can afford to. I think he's going to win this next fight in a major way. I'm surprised he actually hasn't counterattacked with a ton of Zerglings yet. He kind of let Kiwikaki off the hook there a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the funny thing here is every time Sheth loses a hatchery, you know what he does?
Drops another one.
He just drops another one.
Another 2.
Or another 2. It's almost like he doesn't care because he's keeping his drones... He's keeping his drones relatively alive. He's at 59 now. But he can definitely transfer all of his workers to his new hatcheries very easily. And here comes the big attack.
There we go. Zerglings coming in for the flank from the side.
Oh, I love the blink.
And all the Broodlings surrounding the Stalkers, though, and he's storming his own Stalkers. That's the problem. He just took out a ton of his own units. I'm not sure what Kiwikaki is thinking. He stormed directly on top of his entire army multiple times, and everything just got obliterated. I think he was trying to hit the Broodlords, but seemed to miss the always flyer helper command when he loaded up BattleNet.
I think maybe he just said, you know what, you're gonna take me down. I'm gonna take you down with me.
I don't know what he's thinking.
Captain goes down with his ship. Hey, the funny thing now is it's actually at 100 supply to 134. So it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility for Kiwi to win this game. He's just got to stop the hatcheries from going up. It's a Zerg infestation right now. I'm telling you, there are hatcheries popping up all over the place. It's like a teenager's pimply chin.
They're also getting taken down all over the place, though. Kiwi's doing a great job of moderating all of the expansions on the map, and now he has these 2 Void Rays that are going to be on patrol, roaming the map as well, just killing hatcheries, killing bases. And Kiwikaki, not in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think he's totally in this game. Got to pick off another hatchery here. Look at the crawler movement, though. The pimple protectors have arrived. We'll see if they can keep this hatchery up or not. A couple of crawlers got picked off before they could burrow underground. A lot of 2-3 stalkers here, though. And there comes the cracklings. It's funny, man. As soon as, I think, if you ask a stalker in an interview, what's your phobia? I think the very first thing would be cracklings.
Yeah, Zergling's pretty good against stalkers.
Yep.
Definitely one of the units you want to have in your engagement or in your composition when you engage Protoss. And it looks like Sheth's actually going to bring his queens on the next push here, so this could be an opportune moment for the death push. A great fungal goes off from Kiwikaki. Those Brood Lords just devastating everything on the low ground.
Oh, that green goo! Oh my god! Look at the fungal.
Yeah, this is just brutal. Kiwi is getting absolutely torn apart here by these Brood Lords.
Oh my
Transfuse
god.
is going off on everything.
And the Zerglings eat everything away. Happy dinner time for Zerglings.
And Broodlings alike.
And Broodlings alike, yeah. It's a family dinner here, man. Nobody's left alone. And that's it. I think Kiwikaki has lost his entire army.
Yeah. Supplies right now 146 to 86. So Kiwikaki, to be fair, is trying to stay in it. He's trying to macro, but I mean he's just not even close. He is sitting on 4 base right now. That you know, if he can stabilize and if he can get a big enough army, anything can happen. Who knows? A mothership, some void rays.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I haven't seen a mothership this game, and that's a little surprising to me. Kiwikaki, the guy who kind of pioneered the mothership in modern use, hasn't used a mothership at all.
Did he?
No.
I mean, pioneer the mothership in modern use.
I feel like he was the one who used it a lot in CDP. More so than any other Protoss.
Yeah, absolutely. Kiwi? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel like in the late game, that's like one of the best units you can get on the field. The mothership. Here comes the last battle. It's pretty desperate for Kiwikaki here. He gets a couple good storms off, but it doesn't really matter. There's a GG. But